Yeah, you guys are welcome back to this virtual sound check. So we'll be going into the drums for today. I'll be showing you how I process my drums with the analog mixer. Yeah, so let's just go into it. Yeah, I'm going to show you everything from. I'll try to show everything from beginning to the end, from the EQ to the using how to use reverb and probably use compression. All right, so let's go into it. I'm playing a multi-track back from my laptop to my analog mixer, and that's why you can see the whole channel is active. Yeah. Okay, so let's put them up first. All right, yeah. So this drops. That sounds, So let's go into it. So I'm going to start with the kick. We'll start with the gain staging, and I'll need you to know that gain staging is very important. You know how you set your gain. It's very very important because the gain is the first source. Yeah, and you need a good signal to be able to pass through this channel and to be able to distribute it to other bus or aux or whatever one you are using, whether the aux or the bus. You need a very good signal, so you need to get a good signal from your gain first. you know this is not your volume, this is your gain. All right, so how do you know if you have a good gain signal? I'm going to start with the kick. You can, when you have a channel open, you can solo. So now notice, look at this lights indicator, this level indicator. See, when I'm pushing it up, you can see the volume, but when you solo it, can you see it should show you the amount of signal coming into the channel? Do you understand? So, and for me, this is quite good. I can just get it up a bit more, but this is quite good for the kick for me. Now all this depends on your mic, placement of your mic, and the kind of drums you have, but for me this is good. Yeah, so for me that's good. Now I can go on to EQ. Now how do I process my kick EQ? Of course, everyone loves to get the bites, and we love to get the low end at the same time. Yeah, we love to get the bite and the low end at the same time, but especially in times when you have just only one kick, you don't have kick in and kick out. So how do you go about it? I always try to make sure that at least I put the kick out a bit out and still a bit close into the kick itself, so I can hopefully get the frequency or hopefully get the bite and the low at the same time. You understand? But if you have a mixer and you have the opportunity or the access to get two mics to get your kick in and kick out, please do. I would advise that. Please do. All right, yeah. So let's go into the kick. All right, yeah. So we start with the kick. Let's have the kick. So for the kick, first of all, let's work on. We want to have the bite and the low. So for the bites, all you need to do is just take the eye a bit up, so around the air. Yes. Then for the mid, like I said in my previous video, if you know how to make use of these two buttons, then trust me, you'll be able to achieve a lot with your EQ. So I always boost this mid to the last, then I always boost it to the last, and then I swipe through to look for what I want and what I don't want. Can you hear that? This sounds nice, but I'm looking for what to remove. Yeah, can you hear that? We don't need that. So now can you hear how that has cleaned up the kick? Can you hear the difference now? And of course, you boost the low a bit, just a bit. Don't boost it to just blast. Just push it up a bit. Yeah. and you're good with your kick. Yeah. So I'm going to put the screenshots of the EQ with it. So that's all, just EQ, and that's how the kick sounds. Alright, so let's go into the snare. So let's go into the snare drums. I've spoken about gain already and all of all this stuff, so I don't want to go back and forth. I just want to go into the main thing. So for the snare, the important thing is make sure you listen to good music, so that, because most times I use my ear to just try to get what I want. Yeah. So make sure you listen to good music so that you can have your ear properly tuned and know what sounds best. Yeah. So for the snare, I think the eye is okay like that. Let me just a little push, just a little, but I think it's okay like this. Then for the mid, the same thing. I'm going to push it to the end first. I'm going to push it to the end first, then swipe through to look for what I don't want. This. Yeah, I think this is playing now. So the snare is about around, so this is around like 800 plus. Okay. Yeah. So let's listen to the kick and the snare now. I'm not touching the low of the snare because you actually need the snare to sound fat, so you need that low. Just leave it like that. Yeah. You can also brighten up the snare a bit. So I think it's okay like this. So now just the kick and the snare. Yeah. So we're moving to the tom now. Let's do the high tom next. Okay, so this. Okay. So I'm going to push the mid. Then swipe through for what I don't want. So can you see how that just cleaned up the tom? You have to be careful when you're boosting all these EQs because of bleeds. There's really no much way you can avoid bleeds with analog mixer. So then you can apply your low cuts. If your mixer has a low cuts feature, apply your low cuts. Then you don't cut the low away too much because you need the tom 2 to also sound clear and fat. So let's move to tom 2. Alright, so for tom 2, similar process. Just want to boost the eye just a bit. Search, boost the mid. Search for what you don't want or what you want to just reduce. Frequency you want to reduce. You can hear this. Yeah, I don't think I want that. So yeah, can you hear that? Can you hear it just cleans it up? Alright, yeah, so it's up, it's going on. Yeah. So floor tom. So for the floor tom, sometimes it's always similar to the kick. It just depends on what you want. This is the high. So now I want you to notice that for this channel, it now has the high mid and the low mid. It's not like all these regular channels or it's not like the other channels that has the mid and then just the frequency button. So this is a bit different. So this controls the high mid, this controls the low mid and the low. So you have the high mid and the low mid and the low. You have to understand all these things. So you don't. So let's search for the high mid. You want to just put it there a bit. The low mid, so you want to put it there a bit. You want to just boost the low bit, then boost the high. Almost similar to the kick here. Yes, something like this is fine. So let's say everything together. Alright. Okay. So the last source I'm bringing, the last input I'm working on is the loop, definitely. So bringing in the loop. So I'm sending the loop actually from my system to this place as stereo, left and right. You can see that. Yeah. So for loop, you can just make it flat. I don't do much on loop. Just make it flat. Especially if you have a good loop already. So now let's listen to the drums. Because of bleeding management and always know how to balance your faders, you get especially with some faders. You get. So the next thing we want to do is just pan some of the drum elements, most times the toms. Yeah. So I love to pan the high tom somewhere to the left here a bit, then the mid tom somewhere to the right a bit, then the floor tom I always love to pan it more to the right also. Panning also depends on how the drum is positioned or set on stage, but on a normal, like if I'm not setting for the stage or panning for the stage, this I love to pan myself so that it goes like to the end. You know, I love to do that way so that when the drummer rolls and you're listening to it to the headset, it goes like this to the end. So I love to put the tom here. So let's listen to everything in context. So panning just makes the drum wider, you know, just spreads it. Do you understand that? Yeah. So the next thing we're going to now is your effects. Now if your mixer has a reverb or the reverb function, then let me show you how you just put the reverb on the drums itself. Alright, so if you look at this place here, if your mixer has a reverb function, a reverb processor, you will see it's written here. This number stands for the reverbs, the kind of reverbs or the kind of effects that you want from here. So I'm using this 3 because it's a plate reverb. It's plates. You can see there's written plates. So I'm using the plate reverb. And the reverb, I'm going to put the reverb on just the snare and the toms. I'm not going to put it on the kick. But for you to hear the reverb, you have to put it. So this is the main volume to the main, like this is the amount of. So put it in 0 unity here. So this is the amount of reverb that goes to the main. Then this is the effects itself. I also put it on 0. So they are put on 0 0 unity. So now let's start with the snare. So I'm going to exaggerate it first so that you hear and understand what I'm saying. So you can hear that now. Yeah. So that's how to use the reverb. So I'm just going to put the beats. And I'm going to put it on these toms too. I'm not going to play it on the floor tom. Yeah. So now, yeah. So this the entire mix now with the reverb, the panning. Yeah. So let me know what you think. What other question do you have? Now some mixers have compressor option here, but I'm not using it. I will show you how to use it in other videos. Yeah. So for now we have the EQ, your effects, your panning,